My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Thank you, Julie.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown, but we both know how to swim. No worries, let's go for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Well, hello everyone. How are you doing today? Getting ready for Thanksgiving? I hope. Hope you all are well out there. Good to see all of my beautiful, beautiful pearls. Hello, everyone. Trying to see if this little monkey monk will eat her bottle. She's just being silly right now. She's just being silly. That's all she's doing. Wanting to chew on me. 1 second. I'm gonna wipe your mouth. You gotta be a lady. You gotta be a lady, is what you gotta do. How's everyone doing out there? So good to see you all. Got a lot to talk about today, and we will get to all of that. Hello, hello. Remy, say hi. Remy Pearl, say hi. She's full of herself. You are. How about that, Goliath? How about that? Oh, you did, Melody. That's sweet. That's sweet. That's sweet. Thank you, Hey Jude. Thank you, my dear. We really do appreciate you. Yeah, she does the head shake. That's when she's in a playful mood. You see a difference, Moonflower? You think she's great? Pearl. Hey, chick. She's so full of it, y'all. Uh, for the longest time, I thought that honking was a real car outside Justin's. Honking? What do you mean honking? Shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. I think she's growing. Look at that tail go. I know. You should see it during a diaper change. Oh my God. You should see it during a diaper change. Oh, she wants my glasses. Is Ginger in here? I don't know. I don't know what honking. I don't know what she means by that. You little silly. She's glowing. She's glowing. We've been gone all day long. And Daisy Love, I did go to the post office today, but they were closed by the time I got there. So I have to work tomorrow, so I have to be that way tomorrow. So I'm gonna go back again tomorrow. Anywho, huge two different circumstances, 1 and 3. Yes, Cricket. Yeah, that is. I need to talk to some of the neighbors about more about that because we could be missing some really interesting stuff, right? Oh, she'll eat the mic stand. Yeah. Yeah, she will. She chews on everything. Literally everything. Thank you, Rach. That's so sweet. Watching love, my wrist on ice. Oh, hey Jude. Thank you, my dear. I hope it feels better. That really sucks. Yes, I have a PO box. Sure do. You ready to? You want to lay down? You've been playing a while. Thank you, Manny Panthers. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate it. If you receive that membership, make sure you thank our sweet mini Panthers. She likes it when she's like up here. I'm gonna keep her like right there. She loves that. I see you. Hello. She's all over. Once she's full grown, their tails can get I think it's 1.5 times their body length, like up to 36 inches or 32 inches. So she looks good in green, your favorite color. Oh. Yeah. I do think she's growing though. I do. It's only been a little over 2 weeks, but I can tell already. You got a membership again. I need to thank Julie. Julie, welcome. And may I say, pearls look amazing on you, darling. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you so much, my dear. Welcome to the Pearl family. Y'all, please welcome sweet Julie. Want to thank Holly, much, my dear, for the super sticker. And Trishi, oh my God, Justin has the best intro ever. Thank you, love. Really do appreciate it. I'm doing one right now for Remy's channel. And thank you, Hey Jude. Really do appreciate you. You're getting close to surgery. Can't wait for it to be over with. I know, hon. I know. It'll be worth it once it's all done and you're out and, healing and hopefully feeling better soon. Can you leave the microphone alone? She said no. She said no, is what she said. You gonna be all right? You gonna be okay? Um, oh, hindsight. She's so active. You haven't seen active yet. You have not even seen active yet. Wait till she just jumps on my head, literally. The other night, Julie showed pics of a camera above the man door, aside the garage. BHB then spoke of it today. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's something or no? Um, so I think the one above the man door is interesting. I would want to know if there is something like when that picture was taken. Uh, I think that's really important. Um, I don't see how she didn't have. I just don't understand why she wouldn't have cameras at her home when that's what she does is install them and everything else. What's a man door? It's a right beside a garage door. That's all it is. It's just a side door beside a garage. She had a dash cam. Do you know when it was taken, girl mom? I'm gonna get your little butt. I'm gonna get your little butt. Um, yeah, it's a regular door beside a garage door. It's just a fancy name for another door. Uh, I had never heard of what a man door is either until KK said it. Set said Friday. I think Julie, the neighbor who gave her the images, told her they took the picture. It was the day after Nancy Grace interview. Okay, well, then it's probably nothing if that is the case because they had Brinks there after Sebastian went missing right around that time. We all know she had cameras. Oh, I mean, was there cameras inside? In my opinion, yes. Yeah. Just in my opinion, though. It's from the TikTok lady. Okay. Oh, thank you, Soldier Girl. Oh, Mini Panthers and Soldier Girl. Thank you both. Thank you, Mini Panthers. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you give our Mini Panthers a big thank you. And make sure you give our Soldier Girl a big thank you as well. Very sweet of you, my dear. I'm going to email you to get Remy's measurements. Okay, my dear. I will do that. I will do that. This wasn't the same night's pics I sent you though, Justin. It was before night's photos or night before. Okay. From what I gathered, Julie was saying the neighbor took the pics because she was so pissed to hear KP deny the cameras on Nancy Grace. Oh. Interesting. Uh Justin, are you ever going to make the machete spaghetti video for me? I think we need that for parties. Is it spaghetti? I don't know what you mean, Mini Panthers. I know what the machete thing is, but I don't know what the. I'm lost. I'm sorry. Machete spaghetti. Is Remy teething? Uh, no. Thank you, Chili. Thank you, Mini Panthers. Thank you, Chili, for gifting that pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you. No, she's not teething. She's just a monkey. It's it's karate. Clutch them pearls. It's a compliment. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, sure can. All right, let go. Remy biscuits, love you both. Love you too, Reptile. Love you too, my dear. Uh, what teeth whitening do you use? Veneers. Veneers. That's what I use. Veneers. They don't stain. uh, yeah, yeah. You can email me, of course. Yes. Um, she's monkeying around. Thank you, Tennessee girl. Google it, y'all. But I'll tell you, I don't know if I still make it. I'll tell you what I used to use. Um, it was Arm and Hammer. It's like a bleach booster, and you just brush your teeth with it with your um toothpaste. All it is peroxide. It comes in like a tube. Just brush your teeth with that. You don't need any white strips or anything. I mean, they work, yeah, but they're expensive as hell. It's like $5 or $8 for that stuff. Um, but yeah, that's what it is, madam. Watch her. She, you're allergic to peroxide? Really? Oh wow, I would be lost without peroxide. Hair. Can you get can you get highlights? I don't know. Thank you, Mom. First eyes. Hello, Justin and Chad. Thank you, my dear. Sorry, I think the camera was put up after Sebastian is gone. Although I think there was some before that was removed. Just in Teresa, that's what I think at this time. Um, you never got highlighted. Um, thank you so much, Mom. First, always. But yeah, I don't know if they still make it. It's like Arm and let me check something. Hammer. Uh, it's Arm and Hammer teeth whitening gel. Do they still make it? Whitening gel. It's like it's booster. Here it is. This is the best stuff you'll ever use. Let me just show you this real quick. Way off track, but right there. That stuff is the best. My dentist prescribed a toothpaste. Yeah. Yeah. That is the best stuff that will make your teeth. Yeah, Rembrandt is really good. Rembrandt has some good stuff as well. Yeah, they make a pin and stuff as well. Didn't they say the dash cam was taken a week or two after Sebastian went missing? Because I remember people were mad that law enforcement took so long, allegedly. What, the Arm and Hammer stuff? Share? It's an oldie but a goodie. Does Remy have teeth at her age? Yes. You should see her teeth. They are very tiny, very tiny. So tiny. Um, but she'll have some big old teeth. Girl, you are hyper. You old turd. She is funny. She is funny. If you're allergic to peroxide, you most certainly get highlight. If you're, yeah, I mean, well, Legally Blonde would know. You can put it. I mean, you wear a cap, right? So it wouldn't touch your scalp. I looked up spider monkey adults' teeth, and that's scary. Oh, they don't have big of teeth as a lot of them. A lot of. Look up a Reese's monkey teeth. Okay, I watched a video of monkey owner. Oh, I saw that. I know. They're out there. They're out there. Yep, Kathy. They teach just like a human being. Just like a human being. Okay. Well, we got a lot to talk about. Come on. Come on. Come on. Look at those teeth. Look at those teeth. You can see it or not, but they're the littlest things. They're the littlest things. They are. They are. She wants to play. You can bit yourself. She bit herself. Um, yes, Justin, I'm legally blonde for a good reason. That's right. That's right. Um, but yeah, once she gets once she gets older, we're gonna teach her to brush her teeth as well. Teach her to brush her teeth. She, she's so hyper. She wiped off the sugars. Yes. What is it? Look, look, Remy. Look, say hi. No, look at there. Look, look here. No, look, camera. Look at the camera. She's gonna get those glasses tonight. Oh yeah. You're teaching your Frenchies to skateboard. Oh, nice. Um, so what we're going to talk about today, 865, good to see you. Veronica, MJ, Enjoy Life, Angel, Guidance, Jilly, Lori. Everyone, hello. So, what is the Cinderella effect, you ask? Well, first, I want to give a disclaimer. You're not crazy. The Cinderella effect is first. Um, this is about step parents. Now, step parents, there are. I don't want this to seem like it's like we're downing step parents or anything, because let's be honest, over 50 or 60% of the country has step parents. Um, but we are just talking about a specific type of step parent today. Um, as you know, in true crime, one second, y'all. Sorry about that. Um, as you know, a lot of times in these cases, we see step parents, particularly dads. It's way more common with stepfathers than it is stepmothers. But yes, yes, and that's see, and that's exactly right, girl mom. My like my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, they were like my parents, right? So I get it. Uh, I get it. Uh, a step parent can be, it can be one of the greatest, relationships because they literally step up and take care of, not their biological children. But that's not what we're here to talk about. So I don't want, anyone to think that we're just harping on step parents or anything like that, because that's not it. We're talking about a very specific type. Um, and I call my stepdaughter my favorite gift. That's sweet jelly. Yeah. Chris did to Sebastian was darker than a bell beating. Yeah. Yeah. And we just see it all the time. All the time. People or these kids go missing because of mom's husband, mom's boyfriend. You know, we see it all the time. And so we're going to go over some studies and some uh, statistics about the Cinderella effect, and also why the past matters. Uh, for instance, a lot of these cases, they say, well, what does that have to do with, you know, Sebastian missing, Summer missing, Michael missing, any of these cases? Well, it does. It really does. It matters. Can you clip a toy to the mic for Remy? She won't play with it. She'll play with the mic stand. She don't care about the toy. She wants the mic stand. That's all she wants. That's all she wants. Isn't it? Scratching that tail, madam. So, the camera vanished. What camera? My camera? You can't see me? What do you mean the camera vanished? Hey, Brittany. What do you mean camera gone? What are you talking about? The camera vanished. Oh, at the house. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Come on, you little. Can we go lay down, please? We go lay down. I got work to do. I got work to do. You want your bottle? Let's get your bottle. Get your bottle. Um, you're on your lunch break, Joe? Yay! She doesn't look ready to lay down. I know. I'm praying she will, though. There she goes. She started drinking. After she does that, is Brittany going to be live tonight? Does the sun come up tomorrow? Yes. Brittany and I go live about every day. It's kind of rare if we don't go live every day. Right? Hey, Smiley. Daisy Love. SL War. Everyone. Tinks. Susan. EMF. Hello. Psychic. Veronica. Viva City. Carolina. Hey Jude. Soldier. Single. EMF. All right. Can I wish Brittany came on at 10 though. I know, me too. Me too. Uh I need to get my sleep schedule back on track. It would really help me, but is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna put you in your bassinet. Because you're not sitting here really okay. Hey Riley, Janine, Fine Summer, Tugs, Kelsey, Jilly. I have the best stepmom ever. So thankful. Yeah. Hey, wait, what? All right. Say, I'll see you in a little bit. Lay down. She'll lay down on the heating pad and she'll be out. She'll be out. All right. Yes, the cameras are on Julie's channel. That's why I haven't been around the time I had surgery and I had a sleep a lot more than I'm used to. Oh, Drew, are you okay? You doing okay, darling? Hope you are well. So, there she is. Uh, am I teaching her sign language? No, no. I only know the middle finger and the thumbs up. That's as much sign language as I know. So it wouldn't do any good for me. All right. Now, hey, Ginger, Tinks, Craft, Brandywine, Roxy, Craft and Crime, Tina Powers, Cindy Lou. So, what is. Damn, I've got this stuff out of order. Let me show you. What is the Cinderella effect? Let me show you. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't hit it yet. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Oh, you're very welcome, honey. So there's this there is this case that reminds me a lot of Sebastian's case. Carmelita, you know the same sign language? Yeah, it's about all I know. Not everyone knows about Cinderella effect, that's for sure. Yep. And I do want to show you guys that it's a video. Um the what's the let me find the girl's name. It's Ayla Reynolds, Ayla Reynolds. And I want to show you guys about that. You know what? I might do that first. I might do that first. Ooh, what's that? This is News Center, Maine. I hope I don't. Let me put it in my description real quick. News Center, Maine. All right. Now, here we go. Well, darn it. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I apologize. Damn it. Sometimes YouTube does not want to cooperate, you know. Well, it says it's there. Why is it not saving it? All right. All right, it says it's saved. Okay, that's fine then. All right. Let me show you about this. It's about a little girl named Ayla Reynolds. And credit goes to News Center, Maine. Link is provided in the description. I'm not going to show you this entire thing. You have to go watch it all by yourself. Link is provided in the description. News Center, Maine. All right. Let me put up these banners because I got to use it under the Fair Use Act of 1976 for commentary, criticism, educational purposes only. Link will be provided in the description as well to view this without my commentary and the full thing. Also without music and these filters. Again, link is provided in the description. Here we go.
He was at this house on Violet Ave with his girlfriend and his sister. He claimed he put Ayla to bed the night before. When he woke up, she was gone. The little girl, just 2 feet 9 inches tall, 30 pounds, with blonde hair, last seen wearing polka dot pajamas, the words "Daddy's Princess" written on the front. Within just hours, the search for Ayla was on.
20-month-olds go missing in our area. I feel like it's part of our duty to go ahead and help any way.
Now, there is obviously an age difference and stuff, but there's a lot of similarities in here. She was with her dad. They said no, it's not new. They said someone came and in her home and got her, but
Way that we
you
can
see this.
Community members, police officers, firefighters scoured the neighborhood.
We're checking everything and the culverts and outbuildings and trying to get the neighborhood to help us out.
All in the hopes of finding Ayla alive.
How do they account for not seeing her for 12 hours and then reporting her at 8 in the morning?
She was in a...
Right, so it was 12 hours. Think about this, 12 hours. And they said she was, they thought she was in her room sleeping.
Wrong bedroom and everybody went to bed.
Hours turned to days. For Ayla's mother, Trista Reynolds, every minute felt like a lifetime.
I guess I just want I want to pick her up and I want to hold her.
This is the mom. Right here, this is mom.
And I just want to tell her, she's going to be okay.
4 days into the search, she and her father spoke to the media for the first time.
I can't sleep. I can't eat. I mean, I'm crawling out of my skin, not knowing what the hell is going on.
I want to see her face. I want to see her eyes. I want to feel her touch. I want to tell her I love her. And I feel like I can't protect her.
Now, I don't believe mom was with her at the time. I think the mom and the dad was split up.
Right now,
She said she had cared for her daughter since birth.
She's authentic as
But a
hell.
few months before the
That-
disappearance,
that-
Trista had to deal with personal issues, so had her sister take care of Ayla. Then the State Department of Health and Human Services got involved, ultimately granting custody to her ex, Justin DePietro.
Hold on one second.
So had her sister take for the disappearance, Trista had to deal with personal issues, so had her sister take care of Ayla. Then the State Department of Health and Human Services got involved, ultimately granting custody to her ex, Justin DePietro.
All right, so mom was struggling. Oh, you're okay, honey. You're okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And they gave custody. They gave custody, temporary custody or something to the dad right here. And mom said, she wanted him to live with the sister.
Was that if he took Ayla, if I let him take care of Ayla for the time being for me to get back on my feet, he had to live with his mother because I thought it would have been the safest place for her to be. And
To live with the mother, his mother.
And I was wrong.
But the search continued. Wardens and volunteers looked everywhere. The nearby Messalonsky stream was drained so that a plane could search from above.
Our focus here is to find Ayla.
Waterville Police Chief Joe Massey said they received more than 100 tips. Upwards of 75
Christina.
officers were working on the case, but still no sign of Ayla.
This is a missing child case as it stands right now. And until it would develop into anything else, that's how we're treating it.
The biggest question, what did Ayla's father know? What wasn't he saying? His silence only adding to the mystery. Then finally, after 4 days, he shared this written statement.
There we go. Why the silence? The dad's name is Justin. There is only, in my opinion, and that I have ever seen, one reason why a parental figure, guardian, family member would be silent. One reason and one reason only. Yes, baby went missing from biological father's house. After 4 days, he said, I have no idea what happened to Ayla or who is responsible. I will not make accusations or insinuate toward anyone until the police have been able to prove who is responsible for this.
I have no idea.
But let's just be real. Let's be real, y'all. Not a lot of kids, there's not a lot of people that break in your house and abduct a child. Has it happened? Yes. Is it likely to happen? No. Not inside your home. It does happen, yes, but you are far, far more likely to be abducted somewhere else. And a baby, you're with your baby 24/7, except, maybe if she's in her room sleeping or in his room sleeping, but it doesn't really work like that.
What happened to Ayla or who is responsible. I will not make accusations or insinuations towards anyone until the police have been able to prove who's responsible for this.
Yeah, yep. Exactly, Eileen. Exactly. Didn't see her for 12 hours. That's BS. A baby, you don't check on your baby for 12 hours. Are they crazy? That's what the father says. He didn't check on her for 12 hours. 12 hours in a diaper. Exactly. Exactly. These things don't make sense. You don't check on your special needs child before you go to bed. You don't check on him in the night if you get up for water or use the bathroom, or just get up to check on him.
But did he? And what exactly happened in the 13 hours from when he put the toddler to bed?
Sorry, 13 hours.
When he called police.
13
Next,
hours.
it did not take long for this story to hit the national airwaves. And Ayla Reynolds didn't hold back from going public as the case turns into a criminal investigation.
Right, who doesn't feed a baby for 13 hours? Name, Lori, name.
Ayla Reynolds was first reported missing from a home in Waterville, where she was staying with her father, his sister, and his girlfriend the night she disappeared. And after hours of searches turned up nothing, it was becoming more and more clear the little girl wouldn't be home in time to open presents.
Christmas, a time meant for celebration, was not the same for people in the small Maine city of Waterville.
We ask that you might be with the police, the fire people, the game wardens,
as they searched for a glimmer of hope that would bring this little girl home.
I think that hope is the one thing we all hold on to, that we can look forward to and know that if we hope and we look ahead, there will be a good resolution.
Where is baby Ayla?
Within just a couple of weeks of Ayla Reynolds' disappearance, her face was everywhere.
She goes missing.
On TV screens across the country.
Nancy Grace.
Saying they believed she was abducted. And now the FBI was part of the search, a $30,000 reward up for grabs.
I ask and I plead that the person or persons who have young Ayla Reynolds, that they please keep her safe.
The intensity, the pressure, was nothing the community or the state had ever seen.
Someone took Ayla out of that house. And the circumstances surrounding that, we are not sure. We simply don't know what happened.
And while investigating,
they said, someone may have took this child out of the house. But they also said, we don't know what happened.
investigators continued to search for answers. Ayla's family was searching for blame.
Conducting an exhaustive
Her mother, Ayla Reynolds, appeared on the Today Show.
Tried to call him. He has not responded to your calls. Have you tried to get the police to act as intermediaries to create some sort of dialogue between you two?
Yep, I've asked that question, and they tell me that it's between me and him. Like, it's on me and him to contact one another. He's the only one that can answer some of my questions. We have a daughter that is missing. We used to be able to get along all the time. Just talk to me. That's all I want. He was the last one to see her alive. Just talk to me. That's all I want. Just talk to me.
Just 2 days later,
I put her to bed and just a normal night.
Her father, Justin DePietro, did the same.
This is our first chance to speak to you publicly. Can you give us a sense why you're coming forward now?
The first few days,
normal night.
Was emotionally incapable of coming out to do an interview, and I had been advised that by coming on and doing an interview by law enforcement that it could possibly hinder the investigation.
Who does that sound like? Who does that sound like? Why would a father who's missing his child come out and say, oh, I can't speak because it might hinder the investigation? Bull crap.
Coming on here is in hopes of reaching out to the person that does have my daughter and to let them know that what you're doing isn't right. You may think what you're doing is right for Ayla, But it's not. You have no right. You're not her parent. She belongs home with her family.
But even Ayla's family didn't believe Justin was innocent, and they wanted to know what happened in those 13 hours from when he says he put the little girl to sleep to when he...
How long was it with Sebastian? Up to, what, 11 hours? Up to 11 hours, right? So what if he looks pale? What does that have to do with anything? I don't know.
Called police.
Somebody knows something. You can't tell me that you don't. You can't tell me that you don't know where that little girl is.
He's
You're the
in
father.
Maine.
You're
Maine
responsible
doesn't
for
get
her.
any sun.
That's why the spotlight didn't stop shining on Justin DePietro, and it only got brighter. Then finally, some good news. Word online was Ayla had been found 50 miles away in Lewiston. The only problem, police said it wasn't true. It was just a rumor. There were no new leads.
Questions whether
But
Justin
for the first time, we heard
mistreated
from Ayla's grandmother, Phoebe DePietro, on national television.
It is a very creepy feeling to think that somebody had been casing your house.
She said the night Ayla vanished, her son,
They
his
weren't.
girlfriend, and her daughter
They
were over
weren't.
for a normal night of hanging out, and that her son had nothing to do with it.
Please, just bring it back.
So who was lying? Who was hiding? Was anyone telling the truth? Police said both Justin and Trista took polygraph tests, but the results were never shared. Search after search, dead end after dead.
Results never shared. Now, law enforcement did say that they did take the results, or did take the polygraph. Oh, really, my monkey?
Then it seemed police had nothing. Then there was the blood.
When we were gathering evidence inside this home for about a week and a half, there were hundreds of pieces of potential evidence that was taken. Among them is blood that we found in the basement. The crime lab continues to work on that evidence to determine whose blood it is and the quantity involved, but we do find that very troubling.
They found some blood.
And it didn't stop there. What police did not find among that evidence was any sign someone came into the home that night and abducted Ayla, like Justin DePietro said.
What we have been told is obviously someone came into that home, grabbed Ayla, and vanished in the middle of the night. But at this point, we have not found one piece of evidence to back that up.
Now, every person in the house that night.
They claim, there we go, they claim that someone, the parents can't claim, someone, or the dad and the dad's girlfriend, all of them, claim someone went in that house and abducted their baby. Someone coming in your house and abducting you or a child is so unlikely. So unlikely. And the police stated that they have no evidence of that. You know, you got to have some evidence. If something happens, there's got to be evidence somewhere of that. Cameras, something.
Was a potential suspect.
We have 3 adults inside that home that night, and we don't think we're getting the full story as to what happened. We think they know more than they're telling us.
But you see, this is what Maine does. You know, they put the pressure on them. The public pressure.
Since the start of the search, police said the family was cooperating. It's clear now that wasn't the case. Next, how much blood was found in the basement?
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'm going to play that little part again.
Cooperating.
Go Right here. Right here.
Since the start of the search, police said the family was cooperating.
Since this search, they said the family was cooperating.
It's clear now that wasn't the case.
It's clear now that wasn't the case. Police do what they do for a reason.
Next, how much blood was found in the basement? Why wasn't the family telling the whole story?
Look at me, Justin, look at me.
Charges changed everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
After weeks of investigation and no answers in the search for Ayla Reynolds, police confirmed a key piece of evidence.
Listen, police can lie to you. Police can lie to you. They lie to the public when they need to. You can't lie to them, but they can lie to you. They can lie to the public. And it just shows you right there. They did it in Brian Kohlberger's case. They do it all the time.
Evidence found in the home from where she disappeared. And it was more and more clear their focus was turning to Ayla's father, Justin DePietro.
6 weeks after Ayla Reynolds disappeared came signs, maybe, just maybe, this house where she was last seen held answers. Answers to questions everyone was asking.
What we have been told is obviously someone came into that home, grabbed Ayla, and vanished in the middle of the night.
But based on the evidence investigators found, that wasn't adding up. State police now said there was nothing to show someone came into the home and abducted the little girl from her bed, like her father, Justin DePietro, had claimed.
The story doesn't pass the straight face test.
And while they found no signs of an abduction, what they did find was shocking.
When we were gathering evidence inside this home for about a week and a half.
I mean, there's no sign of abduction, they said. Let's think about Sebastian's case for a moment. Well, you know, we think about the car at the 3 a.m. video. Well, you know, that could have been an abduction, so to speak. But the problem is, one person runs back and doesn't come back. The car leaves, and the one person runs back. There's no signs of him walking out the door. There's nothing of him on camera. There is no sightings of him. There's no scent. Right? There's nothing.
There were hundreds of pieces of potential evidence that was taken. Among them is blood that we found in the basement. The crime lab continues to work on that evidence to determine whose blood it is and the quantity involved, but we do find that very troubling.
Not just for Justin DePietro, but his girlfriend and his sister.
We have 3 adults inside that home that night, and we don't think we're getting the full story as to what happened.
Just one day later, in a bizarre change of heart, both Justin and Ayla's mother, Trista Reynolds, came together for the first time for a vigil for their daughter.
Here because I want to thank everybody too that has been searching for Ayla, but I don't have the answers that you guys are looking for.
Before her ex arrived at the vigil, Trista was asked about the new information and the blood.
Do you really want to know what my reaction is?
Yes, I do.
Really? You really want to know? I'm ready to go knocking at people's doors myself because I want to know what happened to my daughter, and I want to.
That's what an innocent mother does. That's what an innocent mother does. You really want to know? You really want to know? I'm ready to start knocking on doors myself. The problem is how suspicious the stepfather and mother are behaving. Yep.
Know where she is and who took her. Or just whatever, like everybody else does. My reaction is I'm still trying to concept the fact that blood was found of my daughters. That's my reaction.
As for Justin, he wouldn't comment, leaving members of his family fighting to defend the swirling allegations he was to blame.
My heart.
Oh, look. Don Wells said that. Yeah. Look, Dad's still not talking. Dad and his girlfriend, they're still not talking, y'all. Why? Well, because they did something? Question mark?
Heart believes them. It's just something you have to hold out hope for. And I know the emotions are real.
This is his mom.
When I see them, I'm hurting.
As weeks and months passed, search after search turned up nothing.
I'll be candid. It's been 48 days. Our concern grows every day, but we remain hopeful that we're going to find her.
Divers combed the nearby Messalonsky stream. Volunteers went all over the city. Even billboards went up across the country, begging anyone for answers. It was all starting to take a toll.
Dad
The
had
length of this
custody.
investigation has also been incredibly expensive for law enforcement. Between state police, Waterville police, and wardens, they have put in.
Dad had custody. Mom was trying to get on her feet. And so she gave him to Dad while she got on her feet, thinking she was the one that couldn't take care of the child. Whenever it was him that was actually
In $100,000 in overtime searching for baby Ayla.
Police are still coming.
And 5 months after Ayla vanished, police delivered the news we all feared.
I think it is highly unlikely that Ayla Reynolds will be found alive. Nothing points in that direction.
Krista and her family allowed news crews inside their home while they watched the press conference on TV.
He knew!
It changed everything.
Knew, Mom!
And that they take the opportunity to hear that.
I'm gonna kill my baby.
I want everybody out there to see the pain that this family has endured. Because you, Justin, and your family have not come forward and said anything. You haven't done
anything. Right? If the dad isn't doing anything, no one in that house is saying anything, the police after months said there's nothing to point that she's alive. And after so long, that's statistically very, very likely that this baby is not alive. Yeah, she's been declared dead now.
And as months turned to a year, and still no sign of Ayla, in September of 2013, Justin DePietro was charged, but not for his daughter's disappearance.
Look at me, Justin, look at me!
He walked into the Portland police station on assault charges and violating terms of release. He was confronted by Trista Reynolds and her friends, now begging for answers from a man who refused to talk.
Tell me, no!
And outside the courthouse, it was clear the tension between the two families was reaching a point.
That's right. I am Ayla's grandmother, and I believe she's alive. And I am her mother. Yes, and believe that she's alive, and tell us what you did with her.
All this.
I cannot believe the grandma had the audacity to tell the mother who she gave the child to Justin, the father, tell us what you did with her. Unbelievable. He never did talk. Yeah, I'd end up in cuffs too. It was a big scene.
Anger and frustration, bad blood among people.
Look at this sweet baby. Look how adorable she is.
Responsible for protecting this little girl.
Prosecutors dismissed the charges against Justin, saying the victim was no longer cooperative. Justin pled guilty to violating conditions of release tied to a traffic stop. He was sentenced to 4 days in jail and had to pay a $150 fine.
So while police were saying there was no hope in finding Ayla alive, there was still the need for closure for her family, the community, and the state. Next, how Trista Reynolds tried to hold someone. Ayla Reynolds' body, will they ever be able to hold someone accountable? With police seeming to get nowhere, her mother, Trista Reynolds, took things into her own hands.
What do we want? Justice for Ayla! When do we want it?
2 years after Ayla Reynolds went missing, people gathered again.
No justice, no peace!
Not to mourn, but to demand answers.
It's time for answers. It's been 2 years too long.
State police insisted the investigation into the little girl's disappearance was still active. But Ayla's mother, Trista Reynolds, said she wanted more.
I want them to do their job. I want closure. I want answers. I want to see arrests made. I want closure for Ayla. I want to bring Ayla home.
Year after year, event after event, news story after news story, search after search. Nothing changed. Until 2017, 6 years later, at Trista's request, a judge finally declared Ayla Reynolds legally dead. The judge ruling her time of death on or about December 17th, 2011, when she was last seen with her father, Justin DePietro.
Hi, Phoebe.
I went back to the home in Waterville the day of that ruling, where Ayla was last seen with her father, his then girlfriend, and his sister, Alicia. I confronted the DePietros directly for the first time in years.
Don't have anything to say about her disappearance?
For legal reasons, we didn't use audio. Alicia DePietro said she refused to believe her niece was dead. She claimed her brother and family had nothing to do with Ayla's disappearance, and she had no idea where Ayla was.
Nothing happened that night.
Then Ayla's grandmother, Phoebe DePietro, accused the media of wanting to convict them, saying no one knows what we live with. As for Justin DePietro, he fled the state and was nowhere to be seen or heard from.
Justin, hi.
Then just a few months later, he was confronted by...
Watch this. Crime Watch Daily. They have a show on this, and they catch Justin outside. 2011.
By a reporter with the TV show Crime Watch Daily in California.
I was just wondering how you're coping with that.
Not very good.
Do you think it was
He just ran off.
from someone that you know or a stranger?
Who else is running off? So many similarities, yes. Yep, he fled. Yep.
Yeah, someone that I know.
Really? Do you think?
Meet at another time? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Justin hasn't been seen publicly since, but that didn't stop Trista from trying to hold him accountable for their daughter's death. Now that Ayla was declared legally dead, it opened the door for her to file a wrongful death lawsuit against him.
Thank you for coming.
Her lawyers holding a press conference in the snow just days after what was the 7-year anniversary of Ayla's disappearance, hoping to reignite a case that was turning cold.
We're trying to find out how Ayla was killed, why she was killed, and where she was
years
killed.
down
To
the
do
line
that,
after
we
she
intend
went
on taking the depositions of many of the people that were involved in this matter.
The only problem, Justin was nowhere to be found. Trista said she hadn't talked to him in 6 years. So she shared this message.
I wonder if our daughter haunts your dreams or if you see her blue eyes when you close your eyes at night. I wonder if you even think about that night you murdered her.
Justin DePietro and his attorneys have denied any wrongdoing, and he still insists Ayla was taken from the home that night, even though police say there's no evidence of that. Next, while the fight to hold someone accountable continued, it would become more clear for Trista Reynolds that justice takes time. She was nearing 10 years without her daughter. Ayla Reynolds vanished from a home in Waterville more than a decade ago. We covered every development, every anniversary. It was a lot of fits and starts and dead ends. And on the 10-year anniversary, we went back and asked the question, what now?
They say time passes, changes, and even heals. But in this case, it only created more questions. Ayla Reynolds went missing more than 10 years ago from this home in Waterville. She was staying there with her father, Justin DePietro, his girlfriend, and his sister.
I'm praying that this does not happen to Sebastian. We are going on 4 years with Summer Wells.
DePietro told police he put the 18-month-old to bed on the night of December 16th, and the next morning, she was gone.
The
focal point of the investigation, Ayla Reynolds.
Large-scale searches for Ayla.
On the 10-year anniversary of her disappearance, Waterville Police Chief Joe Massey said it's a case that's haunted him from day one.
It's one of several that, you always say to yourself that you'd like to see it solved.
Overnight, he, a cop from a small city in Maine, found himself in the national spotlight.
It's very open. No conclusions at this point.
And it didn't take long for the massive search for Ayla to captivate the world.
The Ayla Reynolds case was the largest criminal investigation in the history of the state of Maine, and it had a significant impact.
But there's no one it impacted more than Ayla's mother.
It just seems to be a lot harder for me than most years.
Trista Reynolds telling us on the 10-year anniversary she still feels the pain, the emptiness. She says the last Christmas season she spent with her daughter was here at the tree lighting in Portland. Now she has to go through yet another holiday without her little girl.
So every year I will stand out here and I will tell her story and I will tell my story because maybe it could save the next one.
Well, years have passed. One thing hasn't changed. Police still say the people in the house that night know more than they're saying.
We still feel that they do have more information that could help us.
At the Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit, Lieutenant Jeffrey Love says they're still looking for answers.
And we've worked on this case.
The last person to see them knows more. Let's just say it like it is. They know more. Nobody went and abducted that child. Her blood in the basement wasn't enough. It wasn't enough blood. If there was enough blood to, sometimes there's enough blood to show that they couldn't sustain life. But, like in Sebastian's case, they don't have, that we're aware of, any blood or anything like that. But you can't tell me that a child 15 years old would walk out without shoes and walk right past them. And that nobody has seen him. There's not a scent. And the stepfather says, and the best part about it is Sebastian left no evidence. Bullshit. Thank you, Jules. How you doing, honey? Hey, y'all. I'm late. Sorry, Justin. Can you do a birthday shout out to my 19-year-old daughter, please? Yes. Happy birthday. Happy 19th birthday, my dear. Hope your day is amazing as you and your mama. Thank you, my dear. Hope you're well. Yeah, it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
Diligently since day one, it's open and active.
They've gotten hundreds of tips over the years, and they're still coming in. Back in 2011, a key piece of evidence was blood found in the basement of the home. Police say was in fact Ayla's. But none of this has been enough to close the case.
And every piece helps give us a picture of what took place. The blood obviously is an important piece of that. But we know at the end of the day, we only have one shot at this. And for us to take that step forward too early, it's not going to bring the closure that the family needs and deserves.
Ayla was legally declared dead by a judge in 2017. Not long after, Trista Reynolds filed a civil suit against Justin DePietro to try to hold him responsible for their daughter's death. That lawsuit has expanded to include his mother Phoebe and his sister Alicia. The hope is that it will finally get someone to say what happened.
I'm going to keep fighting and I'll keep sharing her story because our story, Ayla's story and my story, will save someone someday. I know it will.
So it's been more than a decade since Ayla Reynolds' disappearance. The criminal case is still active, but the fight for justice in the form of that civil suit continues to go back and forth in the court. So we may never know where Ayla ended up, but we do know she will never be forgotten. Ayla Bell Reynolds, reported missing on December 17th, 2011. Just 2 feet 9 inches tall, 30 pounds, with blonde hair. Last seen wearing polka dot pajamas. A 20-month-old with still so much life left to live. I'm Zach Blanchard from all of us here at News Center.
So there it is, guys. As you can see, there's a lot of similarities in there in the Sebastian Rogers case. Totally different circumstances, but there is a lot of similarities. Also, I think it's interesting how law enforcement lied that everyone was cooperating. And if you go and listen to the TBI lady, she says the mom and the stepdad have, quote, pretty much been cooperative. Same age as Quentin. Yes, Mohawk, exactly. Excuse you, let go. So child abuse paperwork, civil suit. Yes. So there's some things that I want to cover. And again, I want to make it clear, this is not about the good step parents. There are amazing step parents, and if you have one, God bless you, and thank God for them. But we are talking about the Cinderella effect today. Obviously, you know why it's named Cinderella effect, because of how Cinderella was treated in the Disney movie. Can you stop? Okay. Real moms love their children. Can't settle until... Yes. She's so precious. She's so full of it. Thank you so much, Lolo, for 7 continuous months. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thinking about Sebastian and all the missing children around the world. When will it stop? When will the world see this is an epidemic like it is? I agree. She's back, yes. Yeah, I won't need any blush. My cheeks will be damn red. I won't be able to see anything. But the Cinderella effect, it is a term used in psychology, particularly evolutionary psychology. It describes a phenomenon where step parents are statistically more likely to engage in abusive or neglectful behavior towards their stepchildren compared to biological parents with their biological children. This concept was named after the fairy tale Cinderella, where she's mistreated by her stepmother. So let's talk about this. There's been a number of studies on step parents, and it was a research group. I think it was Martin Daly and Margot Wilson, 1980s and 1990s. They found that stepchildren in Canada and the United States were up to 100 times more likely to be a victim of fatal abuse compared to biological children in the same household. That is alarming. We see it all the time in these cases, that, step parents, stepdad did it, or mom's boyfriend did it. Now, sometimes it's the mother, the stepmother, but majority of the time it is a man. A man. And 100 times more likely of being, a stepfather is that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, fine summer. We're also going to talk about why special needs children are more likely to be unalived. I had looked up those statistics up, and my father mistreated my half sister before my little sister and I were born. It is terrible, and it is not necessary. They know their spouse has a stepchild before. Yes. Yep. Yeah. And I mean, even some of you might be a victim, of a bad step parent. Thank you, Carol. Adam Montgomery vibes. Yeah. Yeah. It does. It does. It does feel like that. Can you stop biting? Can you stop chewing on my finger? I would appreciate it. It kind of hurts after a while. That is so horrible. It happens every day. Yes. They have a lot to do with evolutionary theory. Yes. Yep. And we're going to get that. When does Remy get teeth? She's got them. Oh, she's got teeth. She's definitely got teeth. No problem there. No problem there. All right. So, studies have also identified higher rates of non-lethal abuse, physical, emotional, and neglect in households with step parents compared to those with biological parents. The Cinderella effect is not only confined to Western culture, but it's seemingly to do more of an evolutionary thing. And by that means you are just more likely to care statistically. I'm not saying this is for everyone. We're just talking about this specific. So, because you're more likely to care for someone that shares the same DNA with you over someone else. So there's that. Blended families also face unique challenges, financial strain, role conflicts, and unresolved tensions from previous relationships, which can increase stress and consequently the risk of abuse. So, it can be very taxing, very stressful that for instance, a stepfather coming in, not really. Wait, Rod. No, she's not. They're more likely, they don't really know their role a lot of times. And so there's that. She's full of it tonight. Yes, she certainly is. So, yeah, she certainly is full of it tonight. I've seen it escalate once. The step bio. Yes. Yeah, the bio parents. All right. Step parents also may feel less obligated to provide for stepchildren due to the lack of shared history and emotional connection. The quality between between a step parent and a stepchild depends on factors like bonding opportunities, the child's age, the step parent's personality. Poor attachment can also lead to resentment or detachment. So the Cinderella effect may face higher risk of abuse or neglect due to the lack of genetic ties rooted in evolutionary psychology. While this phenomenon has been statistically supported, it's not universal and depends on various social and emotional cultural factors. Awareness and intervention strategies can help mitigate risk and promote family healthy step family dynamics. Let's see here. Children living with a stepfather were at a significant higher risk of physical abuse and fatal harm compared to those living with biological fathers. Stepchildren were found to be 7 times more likely to experience fatal violence than biological children. 7 times more likely. 7 times more likely. This is so fascinating. I remember in grad school. Yeah. So, I was thinking they get jealous of the natural children sometimes, in my opinion. Yes, yep. Jealousy is a big, big factor a lot of times, which we'll get to that. Sevenfold, yes. Yes, sevenfold. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was listening. Is Smiley still in here? I don't know if she's still in here. Does Remy like music? Not particularly, no. But do you guys Smiley was talking about how she was getting a source who, when she was actually interviewing Edgar that night, his ex, who Edgar had allegedly, I did not know this until last night. Edgar had allegedly left his ex allegedly assaulted her and left her in a pool of blood. Which ex was it? No, not Nina. Not Nina. I can't remember which one it was. Not Nina, though. It was, someone will say it in chat. Rachel. It was Rachel. And was it Vanessa? Well, anyway, she had, I think it was Rachel. And he's like, he kind of avoided that question. And there's so many to choose from, I know. Why did? And from what I understand, after that, he allegedly took her and just dropped her off at the hospital. I don't know. I'm going to try to find out more. With promiscuity, yeah. Got the best of her according to CP. And one thing I noticed about that, once you just wrote that, one thing I noticed about that, he said, I packed up all the house and everything and got her a storage building and gave her the key. Boy, he loves to do that kind of stuff, doesn't he? He loves to pack. I've noticed this. He loves to pack other people's shit up. He loves it. He would. I mean, giving, there's because he was doing the thing with Nina, giving away the bed, and then he turned around and put it back. Oh, Reality Wins needs a late slip. Gotcha. Reality Wins to the office, please. Reality Wins to the office, please. We need a late slip for Reality Wins. I just love you. Edgar is just one me, man. He does well. He was, because remember, Smiley said, "What's the thing that went on with you and Rachel?" And he's like, "Me and Rachel, me and Rachel, me and Rachel." Loves to throw shit away. Yes, of other people's. Can you imagine that? Like I said, him throwing or giving away a toddler's bed? What the hell is wrong with you? He loves abusing others and destroying their stuff. Yes. Becca, you wonder, don't you? You really wonder. You really wonder. And then there was something else. Well, he would pack up Sebastian's stuff and throw it away. But he also said there was a time or two where Katie stopped him. Now, for Katie to stop him, that had to be bad, in my opinion. Don't you think? Justin, did you know that CP and KP thanked Josh for not throwing them under the bus during Seth's interview the other night on Seth's channel? Really? When did that happen? Really? I'll have to text Josh and see. It's the maximum amount of non-physical that can be inflicted. Edgar sent Josh a message. Josh said it in his live last night. Oh, Chris is watching us now. He watches everything. He will not take a link. He will not take a link. He will not call in. He doesn't want to answer questions. He won't answer questions. He wouldn't dare answer my questions. If you have nothing to hide and you want your stepson's name out there, then why are you not talking? He took his Facebook down too. I mean, you guys know I've never been disrespectful in an interview. I would never be disrespectful to him in an interview. But I will ask the questions. I'm respectful without the brash. His Facebook is still active. That's literally the main reason I have the opinion that I do. Yeah. Well, it begs the question, actions speak louder than words. And if you say, you don't know, you want Sebastian home and all of that, then why are you not advocating for him to come home? I don't see them doing any interviews other than just denying using the request. Jesus, Lee. Justin sent you a text. You should share. I should share it. Was this it? Is this it right here? Is that it? Okay. All right. Tennessee law requires DCS to investigate any report of suspected child use or neglect, including missing children. Yes. Immediate risk assessment, depending on the situation and the perceived immediate risk to the child, the case may be opened as active or required immediate action. Yes. Yeah. I mean, think about that. If you had a case, if they were there in December and they were there at the end of January and Sebastian went missing in February, that's 3 months, potentially, allegedly, 3 different cases. That's insane. 3? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Studies have found, did I got the thing down? Okay. That children with disabilities, you know, mental, physical, emotion, you know, any sort of disability, are 2 to 4 times more likely to experience abuse or neglect compared to their non-disabled peers. They're also more likely to experience SEXUAL abuse, particularly those with intellectual or communication are at higher risk of SEXUAL abuse due to their dependency and difficulty reporting. Neglect is one of the most common forms of maltreatment in special needs children, often due to the caregiver fatigue or lack of understanding the child's needs. Filicide, which is a parent or caregiver that one second. All right, guys, sorry about that. Thank you, Dreamcatcher. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate your support. Very, very sweet of yous. Guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. Really, really does help. And consider becoming a member of the Pearl family if you're not a member yet. Would greatly appreciate it. All right. Let me pop this up. Okay. Let's see here. There's also a thing called perceived mercy unalivings where they feel like, you know, their child would be better off if, you know, because they're suffering. You know, that can be another perception of it's almost like, you know, a mercy unaliving. There's also cultural emphasis that stigmatize disabilities. Parents can feel shame or societal pressure or embarrassed because of their child that is, you know, has a disability. That can be especially for in the Cinderella effect because they don't have usually that bond with the child. What did YouTubers say? Let me see if I can find it. I can't see it. You remember 8 months. Thank you, my dear. Really appreciate it. Yeah. You know, a lot of people say that they believe Edgar was, you know, could be potentially embarrassed. You know, I mean, I think if, you know, Sebastian was the, you know, the quarterback that, you know, was the man's man, I think he would have been better in that house, at least in Edgar's eyes and others. Well, way back, any disfigurement or disability was viewed a person as possessed. Yeah. Yeah. I think they did too, sped teacher. I believe that as well. I really do. And The thing I don't understand is how did they not check to see like Seth was the father and he was active in his life. Like that is a grave, grave failure. What did he do to Rachel, Brandy? Well, Smiley got a source that says that he allegedly beat the hell out of her. She's got someone was talking to her that night while she was doing the interview with Edgar and KK. And they were literally the ones that had no kind thing to say and realized that they had not a clue about what he actually disliked. Yep. Misty says Edgar should have been in a long time ago if so we wouldn't be here today, but it's all going to catch up to him soon, very soon, in my opinion. Very possible, Letitia says. In my opinion, the alleged KP CPS report was due to KP applying CP directed discipline to Sebastian when he was absent from the home. Very, very possible. Fortunately, the story of CPS is minor compared. Oh, I know. I've heard a lot. Yeah. Sure have. All right. Now, special needs children are more statistically and more vulnerable to abuse, neglect, and even unaliving by caregivers, step parents, biological parents due to the combination of societal, psychological, and situational factors. One factor is the emotional and physical demands. Caring for children with special needs often requires more time, energy, and emotional resilience. That can lead to caregiver burnout, frustration, and feelings of inadequacy. Chronic stress, the ongoing nature of caregiving for children with disabilities or special needs or chronic conditions can result in exhaustion, mental health challenges, caregiving increasing the likelihood or neglect of or behavior. It can cause financial strain, excessive financial strain for, if they need special equipment or, medications or whatever, things like that. Let me see here. I got something I want to show you guys. They found that there was where was that? Although fathers who unalive biological stepfathers are nearly outnumbered stepfathers by nearly 4-1, the data of the survey. Okay. Anyway, there's a lot of that. The stepfather thing needs to stop. That is for sure. I mean, when you are 100 times more likely to be a victim of a stepfather, That's crazy. Step-parents feel less obligated to provide for stepchildren due to the lack of shared of history or emotional connections. Bonding opportunities, the child's age, poor attachment, all of that. So that, oh, I found this the other day. I want to show you all this. I want to show you this. Look at this is not this right here, over here. This is Mr. Bowersock's son. Mr. Bowersock's son. Oh my God, Jules. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? How you doing? You just gifted 5 pearl necklaces. How you doing, honey? Thank you. If you received one of those 5 pearl necklaces, give our Jules a big thank you. Thank you, sweet Jules. Really do appreciate you. If you received one of those, make sure you give our girl a big old thank you. Thank you so much, Jules. Jules loves me. She loves me. So this is Mr. Bowersock's son. His name is the same as him. Okay. Just with a junior on it, I guess. Most likely the stepdad has something to do with it. He is a piece of trash and very capable of hurting young children. That is his opinion. We are just showing that. Justin said, how you doing? Yes. I mean, that's crazy. From what I understand, he does not like any of them. Like, he would know better than any of us. Yes, he would. 1-800. I bet you that didn't go over well in the family. VM, I think he just kind of packed up and left. From what I understand, he doesn't want anything to do with any of them. Bubbly Beth says, I don't understand how CPS didn't know Seth was around because the school called them and they knew he was in the life. They knew he was over to Seth's every other weekend and had the address. I think that they just failed in notifying Seth what was going on. That's what I think. He distanced himself because he said allegedly that CP was a spoiled brat. I can see that. Trishy, I agree. I mean, I wish he would come forward and tell more. Because if he knows, what's going on, the dynamics is very important, right? They were told that Seth was not in his life. Yeah. She said, stop it. Please, I'm sleeping. I love this little thing. You only hide if you're guilty, in my opinion. Belinda says, I agree, Belinda. Why would anyone hide when like you're, you want to, hey, promise, you want to know where your kid is, right? So there's that. She said it was implied that CPS that Seth was not around. Seth, I think, Justin, I think Katie and Chris made up a big fib so CPS wouldn't contact Seth, in my opinion. Yep. Something. Ooh. Think about that, guys. There's something going on here. You know what I mean? Because they want CP wanted Sebastian out, right? Seth wanted Sebastian out. And he also wanted custody of his daughter. But then there is this CPS, right? And how could CPS affect things, right? Let's say, for instance, hey, Crystal Lee, my ex-husband was causing problems with us because their son wanted to live with us. She made false claims on me because that. Hold on. 1 second. This little turd came out. I had to tell my ex-husband who lived in another state. I think CP used Seth as a setup and just told Seth that BS. He knew that Katie would say no and that he could set up Seth when it all happened, in my opinion, plan. It has to be prior CPS reports. Didn't they have Seth's name on them? He never got any notifications about CPS about that house that I'm aware of. I don't either, Lakeside. I don't think it was planned in him. I mean, hold on, it's in my pocket. What did I'm trying to remember what he said on Smiley's? If CPS was called more than once, wouldn't they have more information? Well, they were there in January, allegedly, and December. All behind in the shadows. I think they have been managed to make Seth a scapegoat, outwardly acting differently. Remember when Nina's friend told her that his friend was planning something when he was moving her? Remember when Nina's friend told her that his friend, meaning Chris's friend, was planning something when he was moving her to Tennessee? No, I don't, Mohawk. So what you're saying there is Nina said that Nina's friend told her that his family was planning something when they were moving to Tennessee. I believe Katie was done just like Nina. What done took both their kids, in my opinion. It by the book that both parents have to be contacted. They should have known about Seth regardless. I am sure Seth was on school paperwork. They can be on paperwork, but if they doesn't mean they contacted him. You know what I mean? CPS messed up a lawsuit. Cost the county millions. Yes, it could. It really could. Yes, that family was up to something by moving her to Tennessee. Boy, they work, don't they? These it's creepy as fuck. That's really creepy. Custody docs during the registration, at least 2 districts and 2 private schools I've dealt with there. Yes, Chris did, but I think Sebastian would have talked and CP and KP would have been found out. Sebastian may have told them he was going to tell Seth and talked and I'm telling you, this has something to do with either CPS or custody of something. It's got to. They would made I wonder about that too, Gypsy, to be honest with you. I want to see what's that? Oh, okay. I want to check something on Smileys. 1 second. Let's go here. I want to check something. Let's see here. Let me go and find the transcript. Live. All right, transcript. All right, is it F or control? There we go. Okay. Nina, I'll gladly answer any of the marriage. Stephanie, okay, here it is. All right, here it is.
Kid. I mean,
He talks about the ex.
even when I came in the picture, I mean, his tantrums were pretty bad. So, his mom, his sister, my wife. I'm not dragging people through the mud. I'm not dragging Seth, his mom, his sister, my wife. I'm not dragging people through the mud. So what is in the past is the past, and that really needs to die.
That word he used, die, for the past. That's an odd word to use for the past, isn't it? Don't you think? It's there to die? I wouldn't say that.
And I'm saying that for everybody to hear, to include all parties involved with this situation. The past is a past. It needs to die. Let it be. But
They
at
keep
the
saying
same
who's
time,
Rachel. So they keep saying who's Rachel. So you want to answer that before you tell them to
yes,
pass
yes.
by?
Okay. So I got no problem. Rachel is my third.
I didn't know about Rachel. So
No. So here, let me.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Wait a second. Let me go back here and see if he, because it's something back here. Sebastian told your mom. Go back. It's supposed to sound crazy, but I promise you, do you feel like there was ever a burden? I want to know about the Rachel comment. Okay, let me try this. But who's Rachel? Okay. She talks to Rachel. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on there. Again, my mother actually still talks to Rachel. Comment for some reason. You got. Oh, here it is. All right. I don't remember this.
As long as I've been in Sebastian's life, I've never heard of him sleepwalk. Now, getting up in the middle of the night, sneaking snacks and stuff, that's one thing. But sleepwalking,
And to clarify,
He's going to talk
he's
about
not
Rachel here in a
sneaking
second.
food
I
because we
don't
starve
remember.
him, because that's absolutely not the case. He just likes to munch on a bunch of junk food in the middle of the night because he doesn't get a bunch of sugar. He's, one dessert and he wants to eat the whole box. So he gets up in the middle of the night and sneaks snacks.
Sneaks candy in his room and
here.
hides the wrappers under. One, I'm not going to have bugs throughout the house. We told him, you eat in the kitchen, you eat in the dining room.
Oh, shut
and
up.
when you're done with it, you put it in the trash. That's the only thing we've asked him.
okay, so they're back to Rachel. So they're saying that what happened to her head, that's what they want to know. And
what happened to her head?
Here it is.
I don't know what they're talking
Here
about.
it is.
If they could clarify a little bit more, I don't know.
They're saying
What happened to Rachel's head? What happened to Rachel's head? If they could clarify, I don't know. Just like he asked her to clarify on his arms. And then he's like, I've got one on my right arm and I've got one on my left arm. Right where my bend of my elbow is. Well, if you knew the whole damn time.
you almost killed her. I don't know.
Huh?
Like I said, I don't know anything about Rachel.
Okay.
It's posted on the board.
Yeah, I can't see the comments for some reason.
Okay.
That you almost killed her. That you almost killed her. He's like, what? 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 I would have been like, what the hell? He could see the comments. Yeah. It was convenient. And you know how he could see the comments? Because when he was talking to Josh and stuff like that, he's like, I can't, he said, I can't, get off here because it'll take away the comments if I get down, if I pull something else up. Mini Panthers coming in clutch, honey. In my opinion, I feel Sebastian might have been on list for the custody hearing. Nina knew he was treated like her kids there and may have requested him as a witness. It's possible. He told Smiley to leave the chat open. Yes.
It says you about killed Rachel. There was blood everywhere. Where, sir, you thought she was dead.
Someone said you about killed Rachel. There was blood everywhere. We thought that she was dead. Wow.
Blood everywhere. Thought I would. No. Okay. That's news to me, but no.
It could be they're paying. They paid.
They paid. Now, survey says so you know how he's like, no. He would have been quivering of the voice, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. Yep, tugs on heartstrings, tied in a banjo string. Sure was. He doesn't say it's untrue news to me. Because he knows all it takes is Rachel to come out. Because people know her. Don't they, Edgar? Don't they? People know.
Asked that question, which I'm just now getting to, and they've asked it 2 or 3 times. That's why I don't know. It could be a troll. I don't know. Listen, I have no idea. I don't mean to make y'all feel
No. I'm not. I'm sitting there. I'm like, and just like her head, blood everywhere.
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I mean that's a new one on me. So I mean, I don't really know what's going on there. Again,
my mother actually still talks to Rachel. I mean that right there ought to tell you the kind of relationship that my family had with her. We still talk to her.
Smiley's got the receipts, Edgar. Smiley's got the receipts. Smiley's got the receipts. She sure does. All right. So get with the girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's got her 2 kids. So where all that stuff's coming from is very interesting. But no.
Well, there y'all have it, folks. Sometimes families do still talk to exes and their moms and dads and all that does. So I don't know. Did LE check vehicles and your trailer that you took to Memphis?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that they're saying yes. All right, let's see. Oh, thank you for coming, a YouTube member. Beautiful sunflower. Yep. The medicine that Sebastian, is that life-threatening if he don't take that medicine?
No.
Okay. It's not life-threatening, but it's not good that he don't have it, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And like
Price check on aisle 2, Edgar. Price check on aisle 2. Thank you.
anything else, it's not good because if you take medicine for so long and you just come off of medicine just quick, fast, and in a hurry, it can cause seizures, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, it was supposed to be weaned off if and when he came off of it. It was not supposed to be a sudden stop.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is your theory, each one of you separately, on what happened to Sebastian? Just like, I know you've probably had 2 or 3, but like, what do you think now? We're 3 weeks later. What is your thoughts now? Like, what do you think?
I wish I had a freaking clue on where my son was, to be honest with you. None of it makes sense.
But
you don't have to say to be honest with you if you're honest.
Not so much where he was, but like, if you just play it back in your head, like, if you think, what in the world happened? I mean, what could have happened? Is there things like maybe
Yep.
that you've thought over and over as a mother what could have happened. Something ring a bell from a week ago, a month ago, something that's clicked to you.
Rach gets the comment
I
of the
mean,
hour. Rach gets the comment of the hour, everyone. Edgar and his trail of roaches in the movie. You get the comment of the hour, Rach. How about that? How about that?
anything.
I mean, all I can say is everything that I've come
Hold
up
on.
with.
Jules. Where are you at, Jules? Where's Jules? You cannot go to bed. Just sit us beside. Just sit the phone beside. Okay? While you're decorating. Okay? You can't go to bed. We're portable. Have phone, will travel. Just kidding. Where is the desperation, y'all? None. None.
I've asked law enforcement to look into, and so far nothing has led to anything substantial in finding him.
She's
I mean, we've gone over
on the other side of the pond.
wild probabilities, you know,
Hey,
all
we got a
sorts of
lifeline
stuff.
bird inbound.
Did you hear that?
And
What is he saying?
Hey, we got a lifeline bird inbound.
Something about you got a left something inbound.
and
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. They never said nothing about it on the radio.
we
Something about on the radio, and Edgar says 10-4. He's pretending to work, you think? I think he was really working.
I haven't been able to figure out anything that explains where my son is.
Yeah. And they want to know, do you know this Katie Fisher or Carrie Fisher personally, the one that redirected the search? Was it
No.
convicted? You know who I'm talking about? She was a convicted felon.
I heard about that, but no, I've never met her before.
How
I
do you
don't
feel
know
about
her at all.
How do you feel about that?
That's probably it.
We
Sunset.
talked to the law enforcement about it to ask because we didn't know anything about it until we started getting told that there was, you know, an issue and somebody with felon was potentially interrupting the searches and whatnot. And we went to them and was like, what the heck? Like, what is this? You know, what are y'all doing with it? You know, is this true? And I don't know all of the results on if law enforcement like directly addressed.
Yeah, think about that. Never tell your family your son is missing. They would like to know a family member is missing, I'm sure. She does, Sharon. I said they may have used two-way radio. Yeah.
Trust her or anything like that. I just know that that she led a search, I believe, down in Goodlettsville.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, at least it was a search that happened.
So you don't think she hurt anything, or like as far as the searches or anything? Do you think it was just something that blew up on the internet? I mean, I know they got her out. She's not allowed to search anymore.
I
but
mean, she goes to family reunions. So that's something, you know, she's got to have some relationship with some people, right? Oh, she just ducked as soon as I did that. Pearl. She's so hyper. She's so full of it. See, I don't know. I mean, I do not see them firing him. I just don't see them firing him over that. Like, your stepson is missing, and you didn't allegedly tell them your stepson was missing. Maybe because allegedly, maybe they didn't know he had a stepson.
I mean, do you think it was something that just blew out of proportion?
I mean, it's nothing more than an opinion, but I think probably because
Yeah.
law enforcement said that that there was no like hindrance that they know of that happened from that, but it's beyond the whole internet
Beth,
blow up.
he's union.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was just the question that was on here too. And okay, so they want to know somebody.
Good point, Crystal Lee. Good point. He doesn't tell his work. KP doesn't tell her family, allegedly.
Always L8 wants to know why Sebastian was wearing pull-ups at your home. I think we covered that, and not. Oh no, they want to know if he was afraid of Chris. Is that why he was wearing the pull-ups?
No, he wasn't wearing pull-ups because he was afraid of Chris. Sebastian had a recent autism diagnosis, but Sebastian has a chromosome deletion that he was diagnosed with when he was a baby.
Yeah. So that's what they were saying. Always L8. Okay, so that's about Carrie Video. A couple people asked me that one. Okay. What are some of the signs or symptoms for Sebastian
You can
if he
hear it in
misses
this
medicine?
one. Babs, you can hear it in this
He's
one.
got combined type ADHD, so he does get, hyper. His behaviors become a little more like he'll flip-flop between his moods more, like being overly excited or, he has periods where he's really calm, where he just hyper focuses on, whatever it is that he's playing or fidgeting with.
Yeah.
He
Well,
can become a little more temperamental, like more easily aggravated.
Brandy. So, like I said, if Chris was, like he said, if he went to sleep by 1 o'clock, he would have had to get up the earliest to be there at 5:15, 4:30 in the morning. That's 3.5 hours of sleep maximum. I don't see it. Just don't see it. Help me understand. Why do you think they were looking at? Why is it you think they were looking at Seth? Why wouldn't CP be able to pay someone to? I don't think they were looking at Seth. I mean, I don't think they were looking at Seth, if that's what you mean. They should be embarrassed. They should be embarrassed. No, I don't think they were looking at Seth. Seth was at work.
Not that he becomes violent, but he just gets aggravated easier.
Right.
He does get an increased appetite when he's off of his meds. An unfortunate side effect of those is that they do suppress the appetite a little bit. So he'll eat more. But and he will be more, I'm trying to think of the right word. Like when he'll start telling you something, he'll be on a bunch of different subjects, but all like in the same sentence.
He's
So
very
his
sporadic.
thoughts
He's very
become
sporadic.
less
He's all over the
coordinated.
place.
Yeah, he becomes a lot less coordinated in his thoughts.
Yeah. Oh. So okay. So when he took. Okay. So
A lot.
Katie, the trash cans at the end of the driveway Sunday night. Was there
Correct.
any strange cars around the end? Did the dogs, and they want to know, did the dog pick up that scent at the end of the driveway?
Can
So,
I?
Okay.
go ahead.
No. So I'd like to clarify this whole dog scent thing for once and for all.
Mhm.
So the dog scent, everybody said, "Oh, the dogs didn't get a scent. Dogs didn't get." The dogs got a scent.
Mhm.
What the dogs got and where it led to, there's a lot of misinformation as far as to the road, to the construction site, to this, to that, to this. For the record, there were so many dogs used. I don't know if we actually have a true count. On the day one, there was 5 dogs automatically. We know for a fact. They brought dogs in from out of state, different counties, all over the place. But of all the dogs, there was a couple that took them through a construction zone and took them over to
It's interesting. Here he says 2 dogs. In another interview, he says 3 dogs.
a retention pond.
Uh-huh.
Now, the retention pond is no higher than knee deep.
Right.
They walked it and they drained it. But from there, the scent disappears. There's poof.
Right.
And that was not Sebastian's scent, Edgar.
Right. Why did you lawyer up? They said.
Well, I mean, who's my lawyer? I'd love to meet him. I mean, I'm not trying to be smart ass, folks.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
I mean, if somebody said we got a lawyer, I'd like to meet him because, sure.
Yeah, I have no clue. I'm just reading the questions. So let's see. So somebody said, explain to me why you keep making comments about what people think of you, Chris. Why not focus on searching for Sebastian?
Exactly.
I'm just reading the questions. I can't see all of them until I pop them up, unless I can see the very top. We'll see. Okay, let's see with this. 3 Tennessee families, each kid missing a child. 2 of the 3, at least one present on social media. At least one parent on social media who is more concerned with how they begin being betrayed or treated. So what about getting the word out about their child? So I guess what they're saying is, are you like, who are you? Why are you worried about who gets the word out about your child? I guess that's what they're asking. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, but I could be wrong. Like, why does it matter who gets the word out about your child as long as it gets out? Oh, did he drop down again? Oops.
How can
No, he's still there. You still there, Chris?
Hello, can you hear me now? I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I can.
Oh.
Yeah, like they're
The whole thing about I heard your question. My answer is simple. We want correct information out there. We don't want false information, which unfortunately somebody has put out false information. And the downside is I mean, one anchor in particular, I don't need to put the name out there.
It's okay.
The background.
The one news anchor, instead of just reporting, kept insinuating stuff, which in itself is a problem. And it drew the focus away from Sebastian and started focusing more on, who did it? Well, these people are, and that was a problem, so we don't want false information. None of the parents, none of the family members want false information. We just want the accurate information out there and people to focus on finding him instead of bashing parents or bashing something that they don't like, and just if people would put that focus into finding Sebastian instead of bashing us, that would be amazing. We love you all regardless.
I understand that, but here, listen, I know, and y'all let me get back to the comment. I'll get back to this in a minute. I think, Lord have mercy. Now I can't. There's my comments. Sorry, y'all, I can't see my comments. I'll get back to all that. Thank you for all that. I'll get back to that in a minute. It's just too many, and I don't know how much further along it goes down. But I just don't see what's the difference in that. And maybe, and we do want the correct. I said this from the day that I opened this up. I want to make sure the correct information, and I'll try my very best to do that no matter what. And I could be wrong on some things. I really could. It's hard to get facts out about everything, and I'll correct if I'm wrong. But listen, and on this channel, I do say things that others won't say, and that's okay. But because I do care and I'm passionate about the kids. I don't care. I'm not in it for the money, the clicks, likes, views, whatever. I don't care. That's not what I'm here for. But Chris, it's what you said. So I'm asking you, why not go on these big channels or bigger channels, or little channels? It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is,
Oh yeah, very much so, Lakeside.
what does it matter? Is it that important to you that a person you feel, and your feelings are your feelings, but I'm just saying that you feel is getting this misinformation or this information about you or digging the dirt on you. Now, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. What I'm trying to say is, or you go on this channel per se. He dropped off again. Hold on. Let me paste it back up.
He's insane today.
Y'all must have, are you having a Wi-Fi issues or storm, or is that where he's at right
They're
now
having
working?
a talk
I
behind the
think it's
scenes
where
issue.
he's at.
Yeah. He said he wasn't invited to Nancy Grace, but I'm sure she would love to have them.
We've actually reached out to Nancy Grace and hadn't heard back. We didn't know about the Nancy Grace interview.
Nancy Grace had came out and
Yeah.
talked
So,
about that lie.
I think she would love to have it. Here he goes.
Nick
Okay.
changed his
I think it would
tune.
be great because she's got such a vast audience.
Nick, that would be great because she has such a vast audience. That was one that they, in my opinion, they did not want to do, obviously, because of the vast audience. But it was one, in my opinion, that if they didn't do, people was going to be like, what the fuck if you don't? You know what I mean? But, Nancy, she talked about all that. She talked about that, and they wasn't getting back with her. He did not do the polygraph. They sat there like they looked like they'd seen a ghost the entire time. And you hear another person, calling or coughing in the background.
It's in a way of getting it out there big time.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you guys, there's something with this lie detector. Something with this lie detector. I don't believe he has taken one. I don't believe he's taken one. I don't believe he's taken one. Because if he would taken one, he would go back to Nancy's and say, let me prove this in front of God and everyone else in the world. In my opinion, it's obvious from CP's own account, there's foul play and his family is involved. Something there, because I mean, in the beginning, his first interview, he was saying that he passed. Well, he hadn't even taken one then. He had not even taken one his first interview. And then it was, law enforcement has told me that I don't need to take one because they know where I am. And then once Nancy asked him to take a polygraph, after he said, name the time and place, he still didn't take Nancy's polygraph. But then he says that TBI will give him one now, and that it was a open book cheat test. Quote, I kid you not, end quote. It's bullshit.
Absolutely. But Chris, I was just going to say, what's the difference in that and being on any channel that maybe is just trying to make a name for themselves? Is that not like? Is that not who's not really does stuff like this? I mean, I'm just asking. I mean, is that not important to y'all?
Finding Sebastian is every bit as important as anything else. But at the same time, do I want to sit down with somebody who's drugged me through the mud,
Also,
continues
it's
to
about
drag us through the
you.
mud,
Oh,
and keeps putting false information out there, which causes a lot of problems,
well, then
not
clear it
just
up
for us,
with
but
the
for the law
interview,
enforcement folks
Edgar.
that are also doing their job trying to find Sebastian. It's an issue.
Well, can I just ask you,
Yes, ma'am.
what about Nick Barris? I mean,
That's who we're referring to.
Okay.
Well, then how about do an interview with them and clear it up with them? Clear up that false information. Right? It's not about you. It's about Sebastian, right? So how about clear that up? Guys, please hit the thumbs up button. I am just a man with a monkey trying to make a living. Come on. Hit the thumbs up. I beg you. Is that good enough of a cry? Damn, girl, you dropped your bottle. Is that good, Lolo? Okay.
Okay. I don't know anything about that, so I'm just going to say okay. Okay.
Right, and unfortunately, and it's nothing against everybody out there. There's stuff that people don't know, and they're not going to be. They won't know because they weren't privy to the conversations.
Yeah.
You know, not only that, but
Hold on. Stop the bus. Stop the train. 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 1 second. Miss Gloria. Miss Gloria, to the office, please. You're being paged. Miss Gloria, to the office, please. You're being paged. We need a late slip for Miss Gloria. She's late. Yes, not pervy. Not pervy to that. Okay, I already read that one. Thank you so much, Mini Panthers. I heard Sebastian. use the word pervy today? Is it a Tennessee thing? Is it always been? It's privy. Privy.
You know, it just sucks. And there's a
Yeah.
difference in journalism and trying to get your Emmy nomination. There's a difference.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
And I'm not, and like I said, I'm not trying to be mean, but
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm
know.
just trying to figure this out. So, yeah.
I mean, trust me, if I can go to everybody else and I can go get all these people and we can get Nancy Grace and we can get anybody else out there to spread the word, I'm not going to worry about one anchor. I'm not.
Right. Well, I say everybody, needs to do it.
He's
I
not
mean,
going to get anybody that
everybody needs to do what they can,
great.
no matter if they're this big, or this big, or gigantic, but it's just, it is what it is. It needs to be found, and that's all there is to it.
You know something? Dog was very nice to him in the beginning. Dog was very, very nice to him. But he was a jerk per normal, and he says he's respectful, but just because he says it doesn't make it so. While listening to a scammer when you're doing it. You mean scanner. Not scammer. Which I believe he's kind of scamming right there. Myself. Dog is a man, that's why, yes. Dog news a liar, yeah.
But Chris, I'm going to ask you, same thing I asked Katie a while ago. If you could say anything in this world that you rethunk
Is my volume
this
low?
3
Shouldn't be low.
weeks, what would you say to Sebastian today, tonight, right now, again? I mean, it don't have to be the same thing. It could be now. What are you feeling tonight?
Yes. Dog is an alpha male. Edgar is a beta male. Beta male cuck douche.
I miss him.
In my opinion.
I want him home. Looking forward to him being back home. I'm looking to see, happy to get things back to normal instead of chaos.
Yeah, man up. Dude.
I mean,
it's a guy telling you from lipstick. Man
I'm not a man of emotional words.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Sebastian, he knows. Deep down, he knows.
Deep down, he knows. I mean, that kind of, something, that right there, people don't really talk about it there, but, Sebastian, deep down, he knows. That makes me feel like that's an apology. Ow. That hurt. Deep down, he knows. Deep down, he knows. Don't you think? Deep down, he knows I still love him or love him despite, what happened or what's going on. Yes, like a secret. Yep. That always bothered me.
He's not a man of emotional words.
Not a man of emotional words.
Sebastian, he knows. Deep down, he knows.
I'm not. Yep. We're rationalizing. I'm not a man of emotional words. But he knows. Deep down, he knows.
Would what would you do if you could change anything about that Sunday? And I know you were not home, but what would you do if you could change anything about that Sunday?
Let's say that one more time. I'm sorry, I misunderstood that.
If you could turn back time and you could change anything about that Sunday, what would it be? I know you were not home. You were in Memphis. But if you could do anything over about that Sunday, what would you do?
Smiley.
If I could go back and change anything, I wished I was able to work in town. Maybe things would have been different.
That's an interesting thing to say. Yeah, maybe I could have worked in town. Maybe things would have been different. What do y'all think about that? Work in town. Now, what would have changed? What would have changed if he would have worked in town? Would his relationship been better? With Sebastian? With Katie? Would hold on, what was that? That's she wouldn't have lost her shit on Sebastian. There wouldn't ever. I wish this wouldn't have ever happened, but if it did, I wish it wouldn't been in another state where the eyes are open. That's just always bothered me as well.
Because we both would have been home. I don't know. I mean,
I agree, Rosa.
There's so many shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and I wished I could have, and wished I would have, and I don't have the answers because I don't know. I mean, I know I got my stepson's missing. My house is not whole.
No, they don't work on. They don't.
There's a big emptiness right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody said it took you 7 hours to get home.
Yep. No, they don't work at all on
I don't
weekends.
know.
It's a 7+ hour round trip from my house to Memphis.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's not. Yeah.
How would
So
you
they're
know
saying that
what a round trip was?
some people were saying that you like didn't leave right
Did you
away.
do a round
and
trip
you
in a
were
day?
waiting, and we already went through all that. So
well, and some of those folks' comment is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I could not leave. I can't just. It's not a normal job. You can't just tell your boss I'm out of here and walk out the door, get in your car, and leave. You know, I mean, there's a lot of safety involved. You know, Sebastian's dad, same thing. He's not going to be able to just be like, "Hey, I'm out of here," and walk out the door. You know, I left as soon as I could, when I could.
What? Let's see.
He left as soon as he could, when he could. From 6:03 in the morning. Let's think about that a second. 6:03 in the morning. That's before they even start work. Why does Edgar keep getting women with children when he doesn't like children? Yeah. Yeah. But if 6:03 in the morning, like you're not even working at 6:03 in the morning. Right? The gates are locked till 7. So it's not like you was in the middle of work. Right? So couldn't you have said, my stepson, I just had to call a non-911 number on my stepson because he's not here? You know? You are crazy today. He also likes to gaslight. Oh, loves that. At the cafeteria chasing nurses. Probably. He was performing erratically at work. Probably. Probably. Because he hadn't, in my opinion, he might not have been asleep in, I don't know, 24 hours or so. You know, I wonder how long he was up. Every crane operator has a relief worker on standby. Yes, there is always other crane workers scheduled there. Always. More was afoot. I never really considered that before. No way whatsoever he had to travel 3 hours for a crane operator job. No.
Somebody wants to know why you didn't want him around your daughter.
That is a personal family matter.
Okay.
That unfortunately.
Now, he doesn't say, no, I don't want him around my daughter or anything like that. He doesn't want him around, in my opinion, because of what happened in California under his roof, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Faith and Sebastian liked each other. You know, they talked on the screen all the time. He blamed Sebastian. Yeah. Exactly. The company he worked for was contracted by St. Jude. Yes. To leave work because job performance was out of whack, right? I don't know. It was allegedly because he was acting crazy. K-Mac, she is hyper today. She's biting my buttons. Stop biting my buttons. Stop biting my buttons, you little turd. She is insane today. I'm pulling my glasses off and all that. Guys, I am going to end it here because I think Brittany's going live and I don't want to overlap her. She loves me. Yeah, I love her little feet. She's ready for the fun to start. Yes. I might go live with Remy Pearl here shortly. She watch her. She's sucking her thumb. Look, she's sucking her little toe thumb. Can you see it? She's sucking her little toe thumb. I love when she does that. I love when she does that. She's sucking her little toe thumb. It's her toe. Guys, do I need to sing happy birthday to anyone today? Justin, just 20 more minutes. What's 20 more minutes? What's 20 more minutes? Silver on the scene. Wonder what he's doing. I like Silver on the scene. I think he's a good guy. I really like him. Oh, Josh is going live at 12:30. That we get to have you. She's rowdy tonight. She definitely is. She loved when you sang to her the other. Those nails hurt. I love it when they suck their thumb too. It's so sweet. Yeah. I gotta trim the nails. I've really got to trim the nails because they're so sharp. They're like razors. I swear they are. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. It's allegedly with Brittany J. You got to get up at what? Are y'all have y'all got your dishes that you're going to make for Thanksgiving? Yeah, I should have had him trim him the other day when when you're there, I should have made a list. They don't like, you don't cut them, they just need filed. Does she sleep through the night? Oh yeah. Did you see Our Life Adventures carrying Kevin wearing a gorilla suit? The monkey's reactions was hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. You already made yours? Thank you, Pink Life. Thank you. Ooh, I think you need a diaper change. Ooh, I think you need a diaper change. I think you need a diaper change. What are you looking at? Oh, she's looking in the mirror. That's what she's looking in the mirror. You're making 2 pumpkin pies, 1 pumpkin cheesecake, and maybe a cake. Nice. Thank you, Steph. You haven't even grocery shopped. You better get on it, girl. I'm the collard green, deviled eggs, mashed potatoes, and dessert maker. I love deviled eggs. Looking forward to my gluten-free stuffing. What do you make? How do you make gluten-free stuffing, Janine? Yep, she's your daughter. Yes. Oh, you see yourself in the mirror. Who is that? Is that a monkey? The stores are getting bare. I never found poultry seasoning. What spices are in poultry seasoning? Not doing Thanksgiving, brown-eyed girl? Now I'm going to cry deviled eggs in my opinion. I like very traditional Thanksgiving. I like very traditional food. Just very traditional food. Right. Sage and thyme. There we go. Thank you. I just want turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, deviled eggs, and a few more things. You're going to make a custard pie. I am going to make a something. What is it? Let me tell you. It's something that I've never made before. And let's see here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to make. It's very interesting. It's called Grandma's Corn Pudding Recipe. Grandma's Corn Pudding Recipe. Corn pudding with sweet corn and a custard texture is the perfect addition for your holiday table. This easy casserole bakes in just an hour. Thank you, Mike. Grandma's. Look. I can't. I think it's trying to focus on us and say that it won't focus, but it's called Grandma's Corn Pudding Recipe. My family loves corn pudding. My son-in-law mother makes it. I've never tried it. I cook greens, cornbread, dressing, green beans, casserole, corn on the cob. I'm going to do corn on the cob, rolls, and dessert. Yep. Yes, I've had potato candy. Yes, sure have. It's Hawaiian style. Yes. Heavenly hash. Yeah, I just like a very traditional. Love traditional Thanksgiving this year. I'll be cooking this home sweet potato casserole first using the homegrown ones. Wow. Have you ate it, Soldier? You've ate it, Soldier Girl? I've never tried it. Get out the stretch pants, y'all. Yeah, I know. I don't care. I really don't care anymore. I'm gonna eat till I'm in a freaking coma. You with coconut allergy, not easy. Time for. Who's allergic to coconut? I made chicken and homemade noodles over mashed potatoes. Interesting. They've been curing for 4 weeks. Gava cake? I bet you, yes. You know, I've never had Gava cake, but my husband would love that, I bet. You've ate the corn pudding. I love coconut cream pie. Come on. Why don't you bite those nails down? Oh, deviled eggs. Yes. Gotta have deviled eggs. Oh, I'm gonna make some macaroni salad too. Thank you, Ta. Banana cream pie and cheesecake. I've never had. Look up Jesse cornroll casserole. Dogs and decor. I saw that. I think I might have even put it in my list the other day. You're allergic to coconut? Oh my goodness. I love macaroni salad. I'm Southern though. I like Southern food. I love a good old peach cobbler with vanilla bean ice cream. I make a really good blackberry cobbler and then we use vanilla bean ice cream. Like, I like potato salad too, but I like macaroni salad better. Mac and cheese. Yeah. I'm gonna make mac and cheese for the boys. They want mac and cheese. Green bean casserole. My mom makes vegetable melody every year. The vegetable melody is really good. Yeah. Yeah, blackberry cobbler is my favorite too. Potato salad. Josh, I told him you were going live at 12:30 Eastern. I froze like 20 loaves of banana bread not long ago. Oh, wow. Strawberry shortcake. Fresh cranberry sauce. Yeah, I make good mac and cheese too. I might go live early Thanksgiving morning when I'm up and nobody else is and I'm cooking while I'm in the kitchen or something. I do not do mayo. You don't do mayo? Do you do Miracle Whip? Mashed potatoes and gravy no matter what. Of course. Yeah. I put sour cream in my mashed potatoes, and sometimes I put cream cheese in my mashed potatoes and a bunch of butter, and it's enough carbs to assault your heart. I don't know. You cannot make gravy for nothing? Yeah, you can. I don't like scrambled eggs. I can't do it. Soup. Ugh, can't do it. You grew blackberries this year. Nice. My father-in-law does not like mayo either. Some people's like, I can't do mayo. Others like, I can't do Miracle Whip. I'm like, I can do either. I think I prefer, I don't know which one I prefer. Sometimes I like one or the other more. How do you scramble eggs with green peppers and onions and ham? I can't do it. Buttermilk in my mashed potatoes. That's good. Mayonnaise stinks so bad, do you? Mayonnaise is what? They say it's like eggs and oil or something. I don't even know what the hell it is. I use sour cream, tons of butter, and evaporated milk in my potatoes. Evaporated milk. I got eggs, oil, vinegar. We need 1,200 omelets or bay. We need 1,200 deviled eggs here. Yep. Okay, guys. Powdered buttermilk and potatoes. I didn't even know they made powdered buttermilk. You make excellent gravy. Lolo, it's pretty much the same thing as it always is. That's my schedule of the evening, except Thanksgiving morning, I might go live early while I'm cooking in the kitchen. I might do that. Josh is going live at 12:30 Eastern on the lab. He's taking calls with Dr. Gary. So make sure you join them over there as well. Get some interesting calls. Duke's is the best mayo I've never heard of it. Sorry, that's tomorrow. Okay, he's on After Dark tonight. What's it about? I cannot believe I did not win the election. Some people got more electoral votes than me. What the hell's wrong with you? I've never heard of Duke's. Duke's is good. Never heard of it. Josh has 2 channels. I run by a Rainbow Lands. That's good. I was robbed. Yes, Josh has 2 channels. Put the Lab After Dark. Guys, we drop Lab After Dark. It's just called Lab After Dark as well. Dukes is Southern. I guess it must be Deep South. I'm actually Mid-Atlantic is what they call it. Josh, ain't she the cutest thing ever? She's been mean as hell today. There you go, Lab After Dark. She has been mean as hell today. I love you to pieces. See? She don't care. She's gonna cut me. No, I'm in Midwest and buy Dukes. Where's your teal? Where's your teal? Show me your teal. Show me your teal. Okay. You eat Kraft mayo? I eat it all. She loves that tag teething. She's just mean. Dukes is in Ohio. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it either. She's gonna choke me with that tail one day. I know it's coming. She's gonna whack me with it. All right. Yeah, I think she needs a diaper change. We use Hellman's. Otis would run from her. All right, guys. Love to all. Anyone making cheesecake? She's laughing with me. Will she get something special for Thanksgiving? She can eat anything off our plate. She's welcome to. Anything off our plate. She can eat anything we can eat. I might, SL. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. She's a sassy. She is sassy. Yeah. You're a monkey. You're supposed to hang from it. She's still too young. You need a massage. I'll probably change her and then massage my monkey right here. She likes her nightly massages. I massage her. She's just like, oh. Wonder. She's like, oh, thank you, thank you. It's a game changer. Hellman's is like water compared. Really? I'll have to look at it. It's called Duke's. He runs from squirrels, Otis does. All right. Good night, everyone. God bless. Good night. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining.